Hello, everyone. I'm back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being so kind to me. I have had an interesting few days, more than few days, and I'm just happy that everybody has been really understanding. I finally got my new phone, which I definitely need to start recording like on a computer and have a legitimate, legit program. But I'm working on it. I got a new mic, so I'm hoping soon I can figure out how to do everything on the computer so that I'm not so dependent on my phone. But like I said, welcome back. I'm so glad to be reading again, and I am so excited that we will finally be getting back to our regular schedule. So tonight's video is probably going to be posted pretty late at night, and I do apologize for that, but I will get on a better schedule for you, I promise. Thank you for joining me for Storytime with Moonie, where I read short stories every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for littles in every community. You can follow me on Instagram at Moonie the Space Kitty, Moonie the Space Kitty SFW, or Storytime with Moonie. The only difference between the profiles are the tags that I use. Through the profiles, you'll have access to the items I sell in my little shop. Now grab your stuffy and get real comfy. Tonight's story is The Musicians of Bremen. There was once a donkey who worked tirelessly carrying sacks to the mill. After many years, the donkey grew weak, and his master considered giving him away. One day, the donkey decided to run away, setting forth on the road to Bremen. I can be the town musician and make a new life for myself, he said excitedly. When he had gone a little way, he found a dog lying in the road, panting and howling. "Why are you so short of breath?" the donkey asked kindly. "Ah," replied the dog, "I am old and getting weaker every day. I cannot hunt anymore, and my master has no use for me, so I left him. But what am I going to do now?" "I am on my way to Bremen to be a town musician," the donkey told him enthusiastically. "Why don't you come with me?" The dog happily agreed. Soon they came across a cat with a face as long as 3 rainy days. "Why the sad face, old Whiskers?" asked the donkey. "How can I be cheerful?" replied the old cat. "I would rather sit by the stove and purr than chase around after mice. My mistress has little use for me, but where should I go?" "Come with us to Bremen," the donkey told him. "We can make fine music in the town." The cat quickly agreed. Soon the 3 runaways reached a farmyard where the rooster was sitting on a gate crying out, "Cock-a-doodle-doo." "Whatever is the matter?" asked the donkey. "The farmer's wife is going to cook me for supper," he told them, "so I want to sing while I still can." "Listen, my red-headed friend," said the donkey. "Join us on our journey to Bremen. You have a pleasing voice, and together we can make good music there." The rooster thought this was a splendid plan. So the donkey, the dog, the cat, and the rooster all set off for the town of Bremen, but they could not reach there in one day. As evening fell, they agreed to spend the night in the forest. The 4 friends found it difficult to sleep. "There's a house not too far away," the rooster called out as he spotted a little spark in the distance. "Then we must go, as there is little comfort here," the donkey said. "I could do well with a few bones with a little meat on them," agreed the dog, licking his lips. And soon the 4 travelers were standing in front of a large house. The donkey, as the biggest, went toward the window. "What do you see, gray horse?" asked the rooster. "Ah," answered the donkey, "I see a table set with good things to eat and drink. There are sparkling jewels and gold piled high." He paused before adding, "And I see robbers too." So the friends planned to drive the thieves away. The donkey stood with his front feet on the window. The dog then jumped on the donkey's back, and the cat climbed on top of the dog. Finally, the rooster flew up and sat on the cat's head, And when the four musicians were in place, the donkey called out, "Now we must sing for our supper." So the donkey brayed, and the dog barked, and the cat meowed, and the rooster cock-a-doodle-dooed. Then they all burst through the shutters. They were thinking there was a ghost, the robbers jumped up, screaming, and fled into the woods. After eating the leftovers, the exhausted friends soon fell asleep. At midnight, one of the robbers crept back into the house. First he went into the kitchen, but it was so dark he didn't see the cat laying on the hearth. He made the mistake of thinking the cat's fiery eyes, were live coals and tried to strike a match in front of them. The startled cat jumped up, spitting and scratching him. Then, as the frightened robber ran toward the door, he tripped over the dog, who leapt up and bit him on the leg. His misery did not end there. Just as he was fleeing across the yard, he stumbled and fell on top of the donkey, who kicked out in his sleep. Hearing all the commotion, the rooster woke up with a lively cock-a-doodle-doo. The terrified robber ran for his life. He was still trembling when he finally reached his friends. "There is a terrible witch sitting in the house," he told them breathlessly. "She scratched my face with her long fingers, and there is a man standing at the door. He jabbed me in the leg, and a black monster is lying in the yard, and it struck me with a wooden club. And there's a judge sitting up on the roof calling out, 'Bring the rascal here.'" And from that time, the robbers never returned to the house. But the four musicians of Bremen liked it so much, they never left again. The end. That was definitely an interesting story. I actually really liked that. Thank you for letting me read to you tonight. I hope you feel safe, and I hope you feel loved. Good night, little ones.